You think it's random. You think it's chaos. You think life threw you into the wilderness, and no one even noticed the sound of your soul breaking. But listen carefully, God doesn't waste pain. He doesn't waste seasons of loneliness. He doesn't waste the tears that only hit your pillow at 3 a.m. when you're scrolling through a screen hoping anyone understands you. You've been told you're not enough or too much, that you should man up, get over it, make more money, look better, be perfect, while inside you're screaming, "What's wrong with me? Why can't I be seen for who I really am?" Let me tell you something dangerous. The enemy wants you to believe you're forgotten. But heaven says, "I have not forgotten you. I've been planning this moment for you since before you were born." The start of July is not just another day. It's the turning of a page, a door, a time appointed in eternity for you to awaken. Young man, high value man, lost man, whatever they call you, you're not here by accident. There's a reason this message found you right now. Because this isn't about her, or them, or even your past. This is about you and the God who is calling you out of survival and into destiny. You're asking God, "Why is it so quiet? Why can't I hear you? Why does it feel like I'm shouting into the void?" And you think the silence means rejection. You think it means He's turned His back on you, that He's left you to figure it out on your own. But what if I told you the silence is not rejection? It's preparation. What if I told you that the silence is sacred ground, that it's the very place where God shapes the man He's calling you to become? See, every warrior in the Bible had to walk through silence before they ever saw the victory. Joseph spent years in a prison cell with nothing but silence, but it was there that he learned to trust God's voice more than his feelings. David was anointed king but sent back to tend sheep alone in the wilderness. No crown, no throne, just the sound of wind and his own heartbeat. Even Jesus, before stepping into his mission, spent 40 days in the desert, silent, desolate, waiting. Why? Because the wilderness is where the noise of the world dies so the voice of God can rise in you. You've mistaken stillness for punishment. But listen to me. It's not punishment, it's preparation. God is stripping away the things that don't belong to the man you're becoming. He's allowing you to feel the ache of loneliness so you stop looking to people to fill a void only He can fill. He's letting doors close so you don't waste your strength chasing the wrong ones. He's allowing you to feel weak so you'll finally see that His strength is enough. You've been asking for the next level, the breakthrough, the relationship, the mission. But are you ready for the weight of what you're asking? If God handed it to you now, would you be able to carry it? Or would it crush you? That's why He's quiet. That's why He's hidden you. Because He's building roots deep in the soil of your soul. Roots no one can see, but roots that will hold you steady when the storms come. Don't despise this season. Don't try to escape it too fast. You're not abandoned. You're not forgotten. You're in the workshop of heaven. And when the silence lifts, when the wilderness ends, you'll realize He was never absent. He was closer than your own breath. The man who walks out of this season will not be the same man who walked in. He will be unshakable. He will be ready. Young man, listen to me. The world has lied to you. Since you were a boy, it's been feeding you a counterfeit version of masculinity. It told you to measure yourself by what you own, how many women you can pull, how ripped your body is, or how much money you make. And you chased it. Some of you got a taste of it. But still, something in your soul feels hollow, doesn't it? Because deep down, you know this isn't it. You're not broken because you're failing at the world's game. You're broken because you were never designed to play it. The real measure of a man was never in what he could conquer, but in what he could carry. Can you carry integrity when temptation whispers in the dark? Can you carry discipline when the world says give in? Can you carry a heart big enough to protect, to love, and to lead, not with domination, but with sacrifice? That's what manhood was always meant to be. You see, Adam in the garden wasn't weak. He was given dominion. Dominion doesn't mean to dominate others. It means to bring order, to nurture, to protect. But Adam failed because he stayed silent when the serpent came. And men ever since have been fighting two extremes: passive silence or reckless aggression. Neither of these are strength. The man God is calling you to be is neither weak nor wild. He is a lion with a heart of restraint, a warrior who fights not to destroy but to build. So stop asking, why don't they choose me? Why don't they see my value? The truth is, as long as you're measuring yourself by their standards, you'll never feel enough. Stop chasing approval from people who don't even know who they are. When you know who you are in God, you won't need a crowd to clap for you. You'll be dangerous to the lies of this world because you'll be unshakable. And when you stand in that, the right people, brothers, mentors, even a woman of substance, will recognize your worth without you having to beg for it. You are more than what this world told you. You were made to bear the image of the King. Not a cheap imitation, but the real thing. And when you rise into that identity, you'll realize this. You don't need to prove yourself. You just need to walk in who you already are. You thought the heartbreak was the end of you. That rejection, that betrayal, that moment when she walked away, or when they said you weren't enough, you thought it broke you. But let me tell you the dangerous truth the enemy doesn't want you to hear. Your heart attach isn't where you die. It's where your calling is born. Think about this. Every man God used mightily was first broken deeply. Joseph's brothers betrayed him and sold him into slavery, and it was there in the pit and the prison that God began to shape him into the man who would save a nation. David's own king hunted him like a criminal. Yet in the caves, hiding and alone, he became the king after God's own heart. Even Jesus wept in Gethsemane until his sweat became drops of blood. Pain is not the end, it's the passageway. You see, we live in a world that says, avoid pain, escape it, numb it, drown it out in women, in work, in screens, in substances. But if you keep running from the wound, you'll never discover the wisdom it carries. What hurts you is the very thing God is using to awaken compassion, strength, and purpose in you. That heartbreak, that loneliness, it's the soil where your destiny is planted. You want to lead others. You want to love a woman deeply. You want to walk in authority. Then you must first allow God to break open the false you. The you that's been performing, pleasing, hiding behind masks. Because only the authentic, unmasked man can walk in the authority God designed for him. The very thing that shattered you is going to shape you. The pain you thought would crush, you will carve out a capacity in your soul to carry weight others cannot. It will give you eyes to see others suffering. It will make you dangerous, not to the weak, but to the lies of the enemy. Don't waste your heartbreak. Don't curse the pain. Take it back to the one who knows how to turn ashes into beauty. He will not just heal you, he will use you. And the man who emerges from this fire will be the man you were always meant to be. You thought the heartbreak was the end of you. That rejection, that betrayal, that moment when she walked away, or when they said you weren't enough. You thought it broke you. But let me tell you the dangerous truth the enemy doesn't want you to hear. Your heart attach isn't where you die. It's where your calling is born. Think about this. Every man God used mightily was first broken deeply. Joseph's brothers betrayed him and sold him into slavery. And it was there in the pit and the prison that God began to shape him into the man who would save a nation. David's own king hunted him like a criminal. Yet in the caves, hiding and alone, he became the king after God's own heart. Even Jesus wept in Gethsemane until his sweat became drops of blood. Pain is not the end. It's the passageway. You see, we live in a world that says, avoid pain, escape it, numb it, drown it out in women and work in screens, in substances. But if you keep running from the wound, you'll never discover the wisdom it carries. What hurt you is the very thing God is using to awaken compassion, strength, and purpose in you. That heartbreak, that loneliness, it's the soil where your destiny is planted. You want to lead others. You want to love a woman deeply. You want to walk in authority. Then you must first allow God to break open the false you. The you that's been performing, pleasing, hiding behind masks. Because only the authentic, unmasked man can walk in the authority God designed for him. The very thing that shattered you is going to shape you. The pain you thought would crush you will carve out a capacity in your soul to carry weight others cannot. It will give you eyes to see others suffering. It will make you dangerous, not to the weak, but to the lies of the enemy. Don't waste your heartbreak. Don't curse the pain. Take it back to the one who knows how to turn ashes into beauty. He will not just heal you, he will use you. And the man who emerges from this fire will be the man you were always meant to be. You've been waiting for the shift. You've been asking, when will my life change? When will I see the breakthrough? When will I finally feel alive again? And God is whispering to you right now. The shift doesn't happen when you wait. It happens when you step. One Joshua stood at the edge of the Jordan River. The waters didn't part when he prayed about it. They didn't part when he stared at them in fear. They parted the moment his feet touched the water. Some of you are standing on the edge of your own Jordan right now, looking at the life you've been called to, but paralyzed by fear, doubt, or what happened in the past. And I'm here to tell you it's time to step in. You're asking God to move, but He's waiting for you to move. You're asking for confirmation, but He's already given His word. The first step is the hardest because it's where every lie comes to crush you. You're not ready. You're not enough. It's too late. But hear me, the first step isn't taken in strength. It's taken in faith. Faith doesn't wait for the waters to part. Faith steps in while they're still raging. Young man, you've been circling the same mountain for too long. You've been living in the land of almost free, almost confident, almost ready. But there comes a moment when you have to rise up and say, I refuse to die in almost. I will step into the land God has promised me, even if my knees are shaking. The start of July is that moment. The old season is closing. The page is turning. But what happens next depends on you. Will you stay where it's safe, or will you take the first step and watch heaven move on your behalf? The shift is waiting on the other side of your obedience. And the man who takes that step will not only see his life change, he will become the man God destined him to be. Young man, listen to me before you scroll away. This isn't just another video. This was heaven reaching for you. This was the whisper of God saying, you're not here by accident. You're here because I've been chasing you your whole life. You've been told you're too broken, too far gone, too late. But the enemy wouldn't be fighting you this hard if there wasn't a calling on your life. If you weren't dangerous to the kingdom of darkness, he wouldn't be trying to keep you stuck in fear and shame and compromise. But this is your moment to rise, to shake off every lie, to stop scrolling, stop numbing, stop settling, and say enough. I'm stepping in. If this hits you, if something inside you is waking up, don't keep it to yourself. There are men out there right now just like you, sitting in their car, lying in their room, staring at the ceiling, wondering if their life still matters. They need this word. Be the one to send it. Be the one to share the light. And if you're ready to take the first step, to choose Him over everything else, drop a comment right now and say, I'm stepping in. I'm going to pray over every single one of you who does. Hit like if this stirred something in you. Subscribe and join this tribe of men who are rising up to be everything God created them to be. And share this with one brother you know is struggling. Together, we can light a fire that changes a generation. This is your time. This is your moment. Don't let it pass you by. The shift starts now.